So we talked about knife, what we do to study knife, which is really difficult. We take various sources and we throw them together with pressure testing. And over recent years we've condensed a core of useful strategies for knife, and you'll find that common core being taught and spoken about in good self-defense, self-protection. As you say, the advantage is always with a knife attacker. It's always down to context, domestic abuse, gang, crime scenarios, very different, always challenging. Perhaps one of the first core concepts is as in all self-defense, contextual awareness. Is there a knife? Is there a weapon? Is there a threat? Seeing the weapon, seeing the possibility of the weapon as soon as possible greatly increases your chances of survival. And that can be seeing it at a distance, knowing that this person is a potential threat, knowing who else is a potential threat. Seeing when somebody may be accessing a knife, if somebody's talking to you, threatening you, are their hands moving in a way that suggests they're about to reach for something from their belt line? Are their hands in their pockets? If they are, you have to assume there's a weapon there. Having that idea and that contextual awareness early prepares you mentally and physically for what might happen. If this person just comes up to you and stabs you straight off and you have no idea about that, chances of reacting in time are so slim. So the sooner you're aware of something, the better. If I know this is there, now I can escape, now I can make distance. If I can't get away, making distance is then the next core concept. Keeping distance away from this person who's got a knife. He has to cross that distance somehow, and that's presenting an obstacle for him. So keeping him as far away from me as I can, using whatever obstacles I can employ from my environment. It's not actually so easy when you're holding a knife in your power hand, which people tend to do, to reach across a changeable distance and stab someone. It's not so easy. People will tend to try and grab and reach to stop your movement because you will overbalance yourself trying to do that. So it's not as easy as it seems to cross a dynamic distance or maintaining that distance somehow. And that might be parrying away the hands, kicking at the legs, these kind of things that maintain that distance are perhaps the next core principle. I don't want to get into grappling with a knife unless I absolutely have to. If I can keep that at a distance, presents opportunities for me to escape. Maybe he falls over, maybe he loses the knife, maybe I get a lucky shot in whilst I'm keeping distance. These are all things that are in my favour. People almost always fall over when they get attacked by a knife. This is something, contextual awareness and making distance come together. You need to know, don't fall over that curb, don't lose your footing and fall over. Once that happens, it's not looking good for you. So people always fall over, so be aware of that. If you're making distance, do it in a way where you're not going to fall over, because that's the worst kind of thing that's going to happen to you at all. If I get into a situation where he's in range and he's stabbing at me, often you'll see people will instinctively try and stop the knife somehow, and that's their instinct, and it's a good instinct because you're trying to stop that coming between you, but you can't do it indefinitely. He's just going to keep going with that until he gets through. So what people will tend to do is they'll try this ineffectually, they'll fall over, or they'll just keep trying, and at some point they'll fail. I need to attach to this somehow, and it's difficult to grab. If I've grabbed it, as happens a lot in knife attack scenarios, somehow somebody gets a hold of the knife. If he's here and I'm trying to hold his arm, it's very difficult for me to compete with his strength. He can pull that away, he can push me back and pull that away. He's got leverage. If I do have hold of this somehow, I need to reduce his leverage. I need to put two hands on it, or I need to pin it to me, I need to pin it to him. Or if we're wrestling here and he's got this knife and I'm holding him, I need to grab hold of him and reduce his leverage and his ability to move around, because I can't sustain that, he's going to pull it away. I need to shut down his leverage somehow, as clumsy as it is. Even if that knife's already stuck into me somehow, or I'm up here and it's against my throat, I need to stop that leverage. If I'm going in purposefully to try and stop him, I can't do it going backwards very well. I need to go in. And what I need to do is I need to stop this arm, because trying to stop it and grab it at the same time is very difficult. It's very difficult, especially something moving when I've got adrenaline. I don't know what its arc is. I'm clumsy. You know, did I miss it? Did it hit me? I need to do it in a way which gives me as much chance as possible. And things like this, like a lower, higher arm, and this could be a trajectory here, a trajectory here. I'm just trying to stop it. Once I stop that powerful, violent thrust of the knife, then I need to do that whole pinning stuff and the leverage. But I can't do them both at the same time. I'm not going to catch that knife. I'm not going to catch that knife first time. Not unless I'm really lucky. There are a lot of stuff you'll see in the more expert orientated end of this stuff, which probably in reality never materializes, about stopping a knife but taking it in this way so I can get the outside edge and take him down with the Russian 2-1. If that happens, go with it. But the principle of stopping this thrust somehow, however it happens, whether you hit here, hit there, you've stopped their energy somehow, then you've got to do all the pinning stuff. And there's a lot of yabber about, oh, people might switch hands on you, this, that and the other. Forget about that. Just stop that person, stop that body, get that pinning done. Then you're in the fight. So these are the core principles. Contextual awareness. See it as early as possible. Watch your environment, what are your escape options. Keep the distance for as long as you can. Don't let this person get close to you. Don't engage with the knife at this stage. If you don't have to, it's still better. Still more chance for you maintaining distance until the point at which I've got nowhere to go. Now I need to engage. And when I engage, I need to engage strongly. No point in me going backwards trying to engage him. He's got all the thrust, all the energy. I need to hit that, stop it, get hold somehow. Even if it's loose and ragged and I'm holding him, I need to shut his leverage down somehow. Pin it to me, pin it to him somehow. Stop his leverage. Then I'm in the fight. Really difficult. Difficult if it's coming in a different hand, coming in a different way, slashing. All these things can happen in knife attacks, but the scenario, the core concept, contextual awareness, see it soon, maintain distance. If you can't maintain distance, stop that knife arm, get hold of it, 2-on-1, break the leverage, stop him being able to move so that he can stab at you. Fight like hell.